Hi, this is some video instructions on how to do a paragraph revision reflection. This is just an example with the sniper MELCon, but really the steps in this video will work with any of the paragraph revision reflections that we do in the future. So you're going to get your writing assignment back, whether it's the sniper or something else, whatever MELCon you wrote, you're getting it back. You are getting your scores on your rubric, you're getting your feedback. And you need to take a look at all of those things. Don't just get your score and be like, oh, okay, I got a B, and then throw it to the side. Make sure you take a look at everything because it's really important to understand why you got the grade you got. How did you get there? What can you do to improve? This really isn't going to be a growing experience for you and something that you need to improve your writing year to year in high school. So if you're still writing with the abilities you have as a freshman when you're a senior, something probably didn't go quite right. Okay, so we want to make sure we're building off what we've done, looking at what we've done well and continuing it, and then looking at what we need to improve on and finding ways to do that. So ask yourself, why did you get the score you did? What is the next highest score? What's the difference between me and that? How can I get to that? So if you got a 6 on something, yeah, we want to get a 10, but maybe look at what a 7 or an 8 is, so we can build ourselves up, okay? We can just continually add things to improve. Getting a perfect score is awesome, but it's also not overly realistic all the time. So let's focus on how we can improve gradually so we can work our way up to that perfect score instead of just going from 0 to 100 really quick. So the purpose of this assignment is to help you think about those things and reflect on what you can do to improve, but also maintain the good stuff in the future. So you've read your feedback, you've looked at your scores, all that good stuff. And I want you to reflect on how you can write a better paragraph. So we're going to be answering questions below. These answers need to be in complete sentences. That's just good practice for clarity, for sentence structure, for mechanics. Repetition's always good. I mean, we just need to be writing in complete sentences. Your answers will be in blue, but it's already set up for you beneath. Please do not rush through this. Yes, it's for a grade. Yes, it's worth points. But the biggest thing that you get out of this is the thought process of what I can do to get better. So take your time. So let's look at our next page. 12 points, 2 points per section. Some of the sections will grow in the future. So if you're looking at this for a the sniper assignment, you may have some more points because you've wrote more MELCon elements. So regardless of whatever score you got, whether it's a 10 or a 0 or anywhere in between, you need to answer every question, even if you've received a perfect score. There's different questions depending on what scores you had. So yours is going to look different from anyone else's because everyone has a different score for a different reason. Write as much as you can or as you need to. The boxes will expand so you're not confined by the space. Always be thinking, how would you change what you wrote? Why would you do that? We're thinking about the reasons behind what we're doing. Everyone makes mistakes, but what separates people is whether or not they learn from their mistakes. So let's take a chance to learn from our mistakes and get better. So main idea. If you scored less than a 10 on main idea, what should I change and why? So we're looking at these questions up here. These are helping you think, so I need you to respond to something like this, okay? Was your main idea clear? If not, what could I do to clear up that main idea? What could I change? Did you reword your topic in the question? So was it one of the topic, verb, position, reason? Was it one of those things that wasn't clear? Did you skip one? Did you have context? These are a ton of questions to ask yourself. Your response is going to be different depending on what you did. So type your response down here. What would you change and why do you need to change it? How is it going to make it better? If you scored a 10 on this spot, nice job. But why did you earn a 10? Why did you get the grade that you did? So I want you to look at the 4 parts. Break them apart. Well, my main idea, my topic was this, my verb was this, my position was this, and my reason was that. That shows that you can differentiate what the various parts of the main idea are. So tell me what those were and tell me how that worked for you. Same thing with evidence down here. So if you scored less than a 10 on evidence, what do you need to change and why do you need to do it? How is that going to help? Did you have context? Or was your reader just reading a plopped quote where they didn't really understand what was going on because they didn't get any extra information or details? Did you write your citation correctly? If not, what do you need to do to fix it? How should a citation look? Did you add a lot of extra spacing or extra stuff in your quote in your citation? What can you do to fix that? Some questions if you scored a 10. Explain how your context made it easy. So tell me why your context worked. What information did it provide? Talking about that who, what, when, where, why. What did it do? How did it help? So you're typing your answer here. Our links, less than a 10. What do I need to change and why? How is this going to help? Do I have enough depth, or was it a very short sentence that didn't really say much, or it was repetitive? It didn't give any new information or new ideas. Maybe take a look at some of the details you wrote. Why does a writer need to include details? So maybe okay, if I was going to write this again, these are some of the details I would include, and this is how they would help. What are the 2 questions you need to answer when you're writing a link? Ask yourself that. If you don't know, go back and look at your link notes, but did you answer these questions? If not, that might be something we want to take a look at. If you scored a 10, congrats, but why? What did you do that was successful, and how can we replicate it in the future? So explain what you wrote in your link. Tell me how it relates back to the position and the reason from your main idea. How does it prove that your main idea is correct? These are the things we need to focus on continuing. Concluding statement, we didn't do as well as we would have liked. Well, did you recap your main idea? Did you also connect your main idea and your evidence by paraphrasing or summarizing your evidence? Or did we forget that part? Are we missing a reason? How does using examples from the evidence help you recap and prove your main idea is correct? So how is all this helpful? What's the point of writing a concluding statement? That is something that we should be thinking about if we did not get a 10 in this section. If you did, why did you get that? Why'd you get a 10? What's the purpose or point of writing a concluding statement? That's something we can also consider. What is it and how did I accomplish that? What is your reworded topic, verb, and position? So you're showing me that you know the various parts again. What is your paraphrased or summarized evidence? We can write that down here. We got 2 extra spots. Citations, specifically, we want to look at this because once we get these correct, we should be able to replicate that going forward because it's kind of formalized. So if I didn't get a 10, what is the correct format? Tell me what that correct format is. And then how can I apply that to this particular text? Where does the citation go? What does it go after? When does it need to be used? What do they do? And then, did you include anything extra in your citation that wasn't needed? Could you have taken it out? Those are things we can think about avoiding next time. If I scored a 10, some of these same questions apply. What does it do? So I know how to do it, but what does it accomplish? Why am I doing this? Where did you find that information? Where does the period go? This is important, so we need to be asking ourselves that, and if not, we can look back at our citation notes in Google Classroom. Typing our response here. Finally, mechanics. So this is all the kind of miscellaneous stuff. Capitalization, spelling, homophones, punctuation, anything really in that area. So what are some surface errors that I did? What were some things that I could have really fixed if I would have proofread maybe? Did I capitalize what I needed to? Did I spell everything right? Did I skip any words? Did I use any wrong words? Do I know how to use spell check? If not, where can I be looking to figure that out? Did I proofread? Have I ever proofread before? What are the benefits of doing that? How can proofreading help you avoid these mistakes? This is a skill that we're going to need to learn as we continue to write in high school. So let's see what we can learn about that right now. And then finally, just please point out some specific mistakes you made and what can you do to fix them. These shouldn't take very long. These are stuff that we can fix pretty quick. And if you got a 10, you didn't lose any points for any of these mistakes. Did you proofread? If not, what can you be looking for in the future? What's something that you seem to mess up on a lot that you want to especially look for so you can try and catch it and avoid that? So we type our response here. So like I said, the point of this assignment is obviously you're doing it because it's an assignment and it's part of the writing process and we're learning about writing, but you're doing it to grow. You're not rushing, you're learning about what you did, you're learning from your mistakes, and you're also learning from what you did well. So you can keep doing those good things and try and shore up those areas that we're not as strong in. If you have any questions for your teacher, please let them know. Otherwise, take your time, good luck, and this will be something you can probably turn back and look to in a little while.